hope you're well. Welcome to day 3 of my day review. Today's the 14th of January. Let's just get started. I think to begin with, I felt like I actually got pretty good sleep last night. Like I felt like I stayed asleep. Always could have more. I think I found it a bit hard to wake up in the morning, but I still got done most of what I wanted in my morning routine. Sorry, I don't know why I feel so out of breath, which is to meditate. I ate breakfast, did my Duolingo, said this little prayer thing that I have and I wanted to say. I did most of the things that I wanted to, but I think because I woke up like maybe 10 minutes later than I should have, it did set me back. And like right now, traffic has been really good for me, which I'm so fortunate because I was running late and I still made it to work on time. So that was really good. In terms of my actual work day, I feel like today was a very chill day. There was a few meetings I was supposed to have which didn't happen, which just gave me a lot of time back in the day, which is always nice. I definitely could feel and see my avoidant behavior coming through though, in that there's this thing that I do where I need to reply back to something and I don't get to it right away, and I'm like, it's okay, I'll do it the next day, like it's fine if it's one day. But then I think I mentioned this in another video, one day becomes 2 days, becomes a week, becomes several weeks, and now you're like, now I just look really bad. And I think it's trying to be like, get to a point where I tell myself like, hey, okay, it's fine if it's been a few days, but get back to it now, like that's your deadline. Because I know I should, but there is something that's like, I think I'm just so nervous to tackle it and face my embarrassment of like replying back so late, but then it looks worse because the longer you leave it, you know what I mean? So I think it's just navigating that, because I know I get very avoidant, and I think it's that whole concept of eating the frog first, you know, at the start of the day, doing the thing that, you know, that really big task or the thing that you really need to get out of the way. But I feel like I've trained myself to just start to do things, but it's not always necessarily things that I have to get done. And I think that also contributes to me having to stay up and a lot of my stress, because then you always feel like even if you've done a lot, but it's not the things that you actually needed to get done. And I feel like these are all things that I know deep down inside, but yeah, I still do it. And I hope by filming content like this and constantly reflecting, I can figure out ways to deal with that. Just looking at my notes, yeah, I think there was a few things I could have done to prepare myself better for tomorrow, because it's like 11:20 p.m. now, and I feel like by the time I finish filming this, which is, I really wanted to do it, editing it, uploading it, it's going to be 12. And you know, I wake up at 5:45 a.m. or try to, and it's like already, it's not a good feeling knowing you're going to go to bed late. But you know, these are the things I really want to work on within myself. Yeah, even like I have a first aid training thing tomorrow, and I left reading like the notes for it like literally just before I started filming this, and I knew that I had this on for the whole week, so definitely could have been prioritized. I think my issue is with tasks like that, because in my head it doesn't feel like proper work. So in my head I'm like, oh, I'll just do it in my downtime. But obviously in my downtime, and what I mean by proper work is, it's like I feel almost maybe a sense of guilt that I'm getting paid to do that. So I think even though I know, like, you know, it's part of work, that I would do something like that, but I don't know, it's just I can get in my own head about things like that. So I think it's like, let's say doing it during work time, and if I feel like that, then maybe staying back a little bit to get other things done. I don't know what the solution right now for me is, but whatever I'm doing regarding that is definitely not working, because I hate that I left it to the last minute. I hate that I'm going to bed late, and you know, it's not just, I feel like it puts you in a bad like mood or mindset for the next day, because you already like feel like you screwed up. But I think that's obviously comes down to your mentality as well. But yeah, I feel like my sleep last night, because my last 2 videos, I think I said my sleep has been pretty bad, but I was pretty happy that I was able to like stay asleep. A really key thing that helped me have some time back is I didn't have to make dinner tonight. So I don't cook all the time, but yesterday I feel like cooking really took a lot of my time and really didn't give me time to get really anything else done. But my sister cooked, she made noodles and it tasted pretty good. But because of that, I was able to get a walk in and go to the gym, which was really good, and I felt really good when I left the gym to know that I was able to achieve that for the day. But I went to the gym really late because I left work late. So I started 8 and I left around 5, and by the time I got home it was around 6. And reason being is I just want to organize my space. I feel like I've had like documents and things that I've neglected to look over, and my desk has been feeling cluttered for some time, and because like and there was no one else there, I just wanted to smash that out. And I did feel really good leaving knowing that was done, and I think I'm really working towards trying to be more organized at work and to set systems, so I feel like maybe I have more structure in that aspect, but also hopefully that leads to more structure in my life as well. But yeah, that was a win. But then obviously, you know, there was this thought I had of, did that have to be done today? And probably the answer is probably not, because of knowing I've had a big day, and if I knew I wanted to go to the gym and wanted to go on a walk and do all these things. But then again, it's done now and it's fine, but it's just reflecting on things like this to try and go to bed on time and, you know, get done what really needs to get done. Yeah, I think I've talked about most of the things I wanted to. I think the one thing I haven't really been covering is I am part of a book club, and I've been really bad at reading the book. It's definitely something that gets neglected and the last thing on my priority list. I think part of this process is also having compassion for yourself, of being like, I can keep beating myself over things, of not improving, not seeing changes, but realizing, oh, like I want to do the things, but there's clearly reasons why. And I think the point of doing this, and just to constantly reflect, is figure out, why do I keep repeating these patterns, and what is getting in the way, and what do I need to view differently to try and make those little changes that hopefully gets me to the results that I want. So, you know, I told myself every night I just want to read for 20 minutes, but honestly I haven't had the time to find that 20 minutes, because I think I've been focusing on other things, and I'm fine with that, but I still do want to read the book. So just still navigating what that looks like for me, because I feel like this whole book club was something I wanted to do for myself, but it became in the beginning a source of guilt, of like, I'm not doing this well. I think I got to a point where honestly there were like several months where I like did not read the book. I mean, in most cases I would start, I would just not finish, or I'd get halfway, or there has been instances where I haven't actually even touched the book. I think that was maybe only once or twice. But, you know, I do want to be consistent, and we only meet once a month, so it's not really asking a lot either, because it's giving us a month to read a whole book, right? And the whole point of me joining was because I wanted to read more, and not just like because we mainly read fiction. There's so many other books I want to read as well, but I feel like reading is always something that gets neglected for me, and I really want to change that. But I feel like there's so many things I want to do, and I have to accept that right now that's probably not the priority, and that I'm okay with that. But in terms of just going to the stats, so I guess for context of why I keep going through these things is, these are the things that daily I'm, I guess, constantly in my mind about how these things pile up. So, and honestly, I think going through this has really made me realize the number, and, you know, just keeping it, that conscious effort of like knowing that, not conscious effort, but in my conscious of, hey, this is what it's at. So I guess it prompts me more, hopefully, to change. But my tabs at work, that's probably my best achievement, is now at 45, which to some people is still obviously a lot, because it is. But I think yesterday I said it was at 100, so that's clearly, you know, quite a difference. I know I will always have tabs for work, like there will be at least 10 open, but I think for me I need to figure out what is an realistic number of like, okay, this is fine, but anything more, that's when we know that's a problem and we need to keep closing them. Emails at work is 264, which is increased, I believe, to what I said yesterday. But honestly, I was trying to keep on top of my emails, and if they just come so fast, and there's just so many things. And, you know, I think obviously if I kept to it a lot earlier, we wouldn't have to be in this position where it's at the number it's at now, but that's fine. It is what it is now. But it's just, again, that management system of, hey, maybe it is me sacrificing some of my personal time, or, you know, just like spending some time to go through it, so then I can start afresh, or whatever this new system is. Because like I said today, I didn't have many meetings, that's why I was able to keep on top of it the way I was, but I don't think long term that's realistic. Tabs on my phone is 48, which I think it was around the same yesterday. I can definitely go through it. My issue is using my tabs as like my memory bank, which I know I need to find a better way of remembering or listing out things I want to try do. My emails and my personal. Sorry, I don't think I went through the tabs on my laptop. I think this is increased to 34. I've had a few more tabs open, just researching stuff about YouTube, or not even researching, that's a bit dramatic, but just saw a video that came up that intrigued me, so I clicked on that. And I always do this where I click on one video and I go down this rabbit hole of wanting to know what's everything the content like creator has produced, and you know, then you see other recommended videos and you click that, and it's like that one video isn't enough, I have to click everything else. But emails personal is definitely the worst. It's now at 1,003, so there is just so much junk in there that I just have to unsubscribe. I always feel like I'm unsubscribing to things, and just again having a better system of checking. But you know, we know where it's at. We can only get better from here, I guess. That's everything I wanted to talk to today, and I guess to end it off, you'll now see a preview of my messy room. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey everyone, let's do the messy room reveal. Well, nothing's really honestly changed. My bathroom mirror is actually pretty dirty as well. I don't know if you can see it on there. More clothes on the floor. Oh, there's like a dead moth in my bathtub that I gotta figure out. There is literally hair all over my bathroom floor. I mean, there's my shower that still needs to be cleaned. And there's my wardrobe. This is where I've been filming the sit down talking component, but nothing's really changed. Unfortunately, I don't really have much progress with the room. This has definitely been neglected. Yeah, I don't honestly even know what to say. I just did not really decide to spend any time to focus on it, and there's actually more stuff on my stairs, so there's that.